Okay, so we are on to page 114, example 5, our last example. By the way, I forgot to say this in the first video. You don't need to write down. I put the problem on here this time. You don't need to write that down. Just write down what I'm going to be writing down, like with my handwriting, okay? So last year, 639 students attended a summer camp. Of those who attended this year, 0.5% also attended summer camp last year. About how many students attended the summer camp 2 years in a row? Okay, so it says about how many, so we estimate. And this is very much like the last problem. We have 639 students attended summer camp last year. Of all those students last year, only 0.5% attended again this year. So that's what we need to figure out. Who attended last year and this year? Well, it was the 0.5%. We need to figure out what 0.5% of 639 is. Just like last example, there's many ways to do it. We are first going to look at that 5%, and we're going to round that number this time. Okay? That 5%, we're going to round that to 1%. So what is 1% of 639? It's well, it equals, I'll just tell you, 6.39, but it's approximately 6. So that's where our estimation happens, okay? How did I find 1% of 639? Well, I'll actually show you the shortcut. So you'll do the math out. When you find 1% of anything, you just move the decimal over twice. Well, what if I was finding 10% of 639? I would only move the decimal once. That's a shortcut. Okay? If you can't remember that shortcut, if you think you'll mix it up, go back to our multiplying decimals. So far we have 6, right? 1% of 639 is 6. But it's asking for 0.5%, or half of 1, right? So we need half of 6 divided by 2, and the answer is 3. So about 3 students attended summer camp 2 years in a row. So what we did, just to recap, we needed to know how much 0.5% of 639 students was, right? We took that 5% and we changed it to 1%, and then found half of that. Okay, so 1% of 639 is approximately 6. So we took half of that, because we want 0.5%, and we had 3 students attended summer camp 2 years in a row. And that is it for lesson 2. I will see you on Tuesday.